YouTube vidente. Geek here as usual with a warning. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Because
it's time to
I mean, time to get geeky. With some of the perks I found about being, well, a geek. Great writing there, I know. Anyway, let's start. Number 1. Your money mysteriously disappears. I'm pretty good saving money, and it's always a good thing to have a piggy bank you can break whenever you need it. However, I'm starting to notice a pattern here. If you're a geek like me, then you probably had already been in a convention, a magical place, filled with so many references to your favorite sagas, that it will make Captain references blow up just by stepping to the place. The conventions are simply awesome. You get to enter into video game tournaments, eat some Japanese culinary delights, and the most important part, buy merch. Posters, t-shirts, Funko Pops. I'm gonna pretend you don't buy those things, okay? Oddly enough, every single time I get into a convention with my decently fat wallet, when I get out, all my money is mysteriously replaced with things like Dragon Balls and the Ocarina of Time, which are obviously totally awesome, but their prices, not so much. Number 2. The references. Having seen all those iconic sagas like Harry Potter, Avengers, and Star Wars, means that you also get full access to the amazing world of the references. Seriously, even the word reference, it's a reference on its own by now. How crazy is that? And sometimes I wish I could turn off my references, but it just seems impossible. They are printed on my brain by now. So I hope I'm not only speaking for myself, but every time someone reads a geek, it's always the same thing.
Hey bro, what's up?
Don't do it. Resist the temptation. You can simply say hi and it's all over. Fight the impulse. Just don't say.
Hello there.
Dude, why are you speaking like that?
And that is just one of the many times in the life of a geek when you feel that void in your chest when you casually throw a reference into a conversation and they don't get it. But then, why do we keep doing this if we know how it's gonna turn out? Simple. Because it's beautiful when this happens.
Hey bro, what's up?
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Number 3. The girls' issue. I'm not sure if I'm the best person to say anything about this subject, but I think the geek community has fallen into a vicious circle when it comes to girls. Because, you know, despite what the stereotype says, there are a lot of geek girls out there. Seriously people, it's nothing to freak out. For example, my group of friends from the time when I stabbed a couch, it's mostly formed by girls. So personally, I have never felt like it's a weird thing for a geek girl to exist. But I know there are dudes out there who won't believe in the existence of something so mythological as a geek girl, even having her in front of them. So this ends up in 2 possible outcomes. Either the girl is questioned about whether she is truly a fan or just a poser, or she gets a lot of crazy attention. This type of behavior has brought us to the point where geek girls feel uncomfortable expressing their enjoyment of this culture, so they stop doing it publicly, which feeds the stereotype of their scarce existence, causing that guys overreact by spotting one and then... Yeah, I'm gonna stop here or this video will also enter into a vicious circle, but you get the idea. Number 4. Are you a nerd? If you are a geek, someone must have called you a nerd at least one time in your life. Even though there are quite a lot of differences between geeks and nerds, if we get confused among the 2 categories so much, there's gotta be a reason. But honestly, this comparison between geeks and nerds is also a bit confusing for me too. And I get even more confused because in Spanish the term geek is translated as friki. So I spent many years believing those were different terms, but when I started to think about it and search on the internet, I found out they were the same thing. And now I think all these labels just overcomplicate our situation. Doesn't matter where you're a nerd, geek, gamer, otaku, or all of them. We are all part of a big community who appreciates the beauty of the things people tend to think are just for kids. Like Mario and Yu-Gi-Oh! Number 5. Being called childish. This is what I was just talking about. Lately, it's a lot more common for people to be into superheroes, video games, and all kinds of geek stuff. I'm glad I skipped the early age where reading a comic meant someone will beat you up. But these kind of things didn't simply disappear. They adapted to our modern times. So now what happens is that people may judge you for owning a magic wand or running like Naruto. Okay, that last one is justified. Promise me you won't be running like Naruto. You don't want to break an arm and slam your face in the ground. Save yourself the shame. Save yourself the shame. We're in the endgame now. And with that I mean this is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If so, would you kindly share this video and turn on the notification bell? You know the geek, every single YouTuber says the same thing at the beginning or at the end of the video. Well, feel free to leave on the comments any other perk about being a geek that you have experienced. In the meantime, this is all from me. Stick around to see what's coming in the next weeks. Jukes out!